The Mirage at the Hotel of Lost Souls. The city of Nighthaven had always been known for its legends and mysteries, but none were as feared as the Hotel of Lost Souls. Its walls were steeped in eerie tales, guests who had entered and never left, rooms that shifted in shape, and a mysterious melody that filled the halls on full moon nights. A desperate client had called upon Gabriel Thorn and Kuro to investigate, and what they would find in that place would surpass their worst nightmares. The client, a middle-aged man with graying hair and sorrow-filled eyes, had come to the hotel seeking solace. However, his relationships with his loved ones had been complicated. He had lost his family in a tragic car accident that he had caused, burdening his conscience with overwhelming guilt. It was this grief that had drawn the Mirage of the hotel, a manifestation of his worst fears and regrets, a prison of nightmares that fed on the negative emotions of those who ventured too close. The interior of the hotel was a labyrinth of dark hallways and creaking stairs. The atmosphere was heavy with oppressive silence, as if time itself had come to a standstill. Gabriel noticed that the paintings on the walls seemed to follow his movements with invisible eyes. The room assigned to their client was on the third floor, and Gabriel couldn't help but shudder as he crossed the threshold. Despite the luxurious decor, a sense of unease filled the air. In the mirror, Gabriel's reflection seemed to distort like a poorly remembered memory. Kuro, always vigilant, softly growled as he sniffed around the room. At that moment, the melody began to play from an unknown source. It was a sad and mournful tune that crept like an echo from the depths of the building. The night advanced, and Gabriel and Kuro explored the hotel's labyrinth. Empty rooms were filled with unsettling whispers, and shadows seemed to move in the corners of their eyes. Every door they opened revealed a new world of nightmares and forgotten secrets. Finally, they reached a room in which the client had originally stayed. Inside, they found something terrifying, a crack in the mirror that seemed to lead to a dark and twisted realm. The client, lost in that world of nightmares, was trapped on the other side. The Mirage was created from the accumulation of negative emotions and dark secrets of those who had passed through the hotel. It acted as a kind of parasitic entity, drawing in tormented souls and trapping them in an endless cycle of nightmares. The creatures that inhabited it were manifestations of people's worst fears and regrets, twisted and grotesque. In that distorted world, the client was plagued by grotesque creatures born of his deepest fears. Twisted shadows of childhood nightmares, monsters from the past, and distorted versions of loved ones mercilessly haunted him. Darkness closed in around him, threatening to consume him entirely. Meanwhile, in the real world, Kuro was on guard, facing the dark forces that tried to prevent the client's release. These forces manifested as twisted, serpentine, and menacing shadows. They were entities born of the hotel itself, guardians of its dark secret. The battle unfolded on two planes of existence, and time became elastic, as if destiny itself were at stake. Gabriel and Kuro fought together, an intrepid team against the nightmares and dark forces of the Hotel of Lost Souls. Gabriel and Kuro used their hunting skills and bravery to confront the Mirage's creatures. Gabriel's flashlight projected an intense light that seemed to weaken the creatures, while Kuro, with his sharp claws and ferocity, leaped at the dark shadows. Finally, with one last effort, Gabriel managed to free the client from the Mirage's embrace. They returned to the real world, where the melody finally ceased, and the hotel seemed to exhale a sigh of relief. The city of Nighthaven reclaimed a lost soul that night, thanks to Gabriel Thorn and his loyal Kuro. The Hotel of Lost Souls fell silent, as if the nightmares had momentarily receded. Gabriel and Kuro departed, knowing that the next time the hotel called, they would be ready to face its dark mirage once again, with the scars of battle as a reminder of the horrors that lurked in its depths.